Hey guys, Steph Davis here from flipthiswholesaler.net, where I teach you to make more money, flip more houses, and kick more ass. I'm here today with a brand new Q&A Tuesday video for you guys, and this week my question comes from Christina, and Christina writes, "Hi Steph, I've been learning about wholesaling for the last 8 months and have finally started to market for motivated sellers. I've put out 30 bandit signs 2 weeks ago and 30 signs out this last weekend. I'm starting to get a little discouraged because all of the sellers I talk to are not interested in taking my low offer. Is it possible that I'm just in an area where wholesaling is not feasible? I'm in Chicago, by the way. Also, do you recommend sending calls to voicemail to weed out the tire kickers, or should I answer them myself when I can? Any advice appreciated? Thank you, Christina." All right, Christina. Well, first of all, congratulations on getting those signs out there. I know you've been doing your due diligence for the last couple of months, and so that's a great job getting those signs out there. I wanted to mention also that you said you're in Chicago and you're wondering if maybe it doesn't work there. I have several students right now who are doing very well in the Chicago area. As a matter of fact, I have one lady who, it's been about a week and a half now, she just closed her first deal and made, I believe it was $8,500, and that was from a sign as well. So don't go looking in other markets just yet. It does work in Chicago, I know that. With that being said, what you're experiencing with the the frustration of talking to a lot of sellers who aren't motivated, that is completely normal, especially for using bandit signs. With bandit signs, you can't really target who your audience is. I mean, you can target specific areas, but you just never know who's going to be driving by looking at your signs. So you just kind of have to expect that you're going to get a lot of either tire kickers. A lot of times I'll get calls from people who don't even have a house for sale. A lot of times contractors, handymen, realtors will call on the sign. So it just kind of comes with the territory, and what you are experiencing is totally normal. So just keep putting those signs out there. Make sure that you're doing it consistently. I know you said you did 30 and then another 30. Keep doing that. One of the biggest mistakes that I see beginners make is maybe they'll put out 100 signs one weekend. The calls will start coming in. They won't get a deal off of it, and they'll say, "Oh, well, this doesn't work. I'm going to try something else." You have to be consistent with, whether it's bandit signs or direct mail or making offers on MLS, whatever you're doing, you have to be consistent with it. So just keep it up, and keep in mind that the sellers that you're looking for, those truly motivated sellers who do not give a crap about anything else but getting rid of this property. They have a property that's a burden and they just want to get rid of it, and they're willing to sell it at a steep discount just to have a quick sale. That group of sellers, they are far outnumbered by the sellers who are not motivated. The people who, yeah, they want to sell their property, but they don't have to sell it, and they can sit around for a little while or sometimes a long while and wait for the price that they want. So just keep that in mind. That pool of sellers that you are looking for as a wholesaler, it's a lot smaller compared to the other sellers who are mostly unmotivated. So therefore, the calls that you're going to get, especially from bandit signs, like I said, now if you're doing something that's a lot more targeted, like direct mail, where you're targeting maybe people who are behind in their taxes, that are absentee owners, and they're behind in payments. That's going to be a lot more targeted approach. You're probably going to get a lot fewer calls, but the calls you're going to get are probably going to be folks that are a lot more motivated than people just calling on signs. So as far as letting the calls go to voicemail to weed out tire kickers, and this is just my personal opinion. Some people say that you should do that. For me, I want to answer the phone. If at all possible, when I have sellers calling on my marketing, I want to answer the phone if I can, if I'm available to. What happens is, when that seller gets to a point where they say, you know what, I'm done, I just want to ditch this property, I'm over it, and typically they're looking, they either go in the yellow page, I don't know if people still use the yellow pages, but something like the yellow pages or the newspaper or Craigslist, or a lot of times, they might have a stack of mail from wholesalers and investors saying, we want to buy your house. A lot of times when people get to that point, they're not going to, if they get voicemail, they're just going to hang up and just go down the list. So I think that you're leaving money on the table by letting the calls go to voicemail. Some people, they have a system set up where the sellers call and it kind of tells them a little bit about what they do, let them know ahead of time that they're not going to pay full price for their property. For me, personally, like I said, I like to answer the telephone, and I think you are leaving money on the table by not doing so. So I think that about covers it. I hope that answered your questions, Christina. Keep up the good work, and if you have any further questions, you can leave them below in the comments. That's all for today. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.